I wonder if I'm able to take all 3. Or if they're all bows, or if maybe for all half suns I'll get an amazing fucking sling. All full suns I'll get an amazing bow. All blazing suns I'll get like a trip card or something like that. I don't know. But I would very, very much appreciate them all not just being an upgraded version of the same weapon. Hello, Ardic. Oh, there is another Viking hanging out here.
You're a fledge.
Oh, except you're Asian. You're more Mongolian then.
Are you a fledgling?
Not for long. I have a hawk who's about to sponsor me, so you're out of luck.
Imagine calling that man a thrush. The tiniest little baby of birds when he is the size of a goddamn garage. Why were you the only one I could talk to for some reason? All these other people seem interesting too. Palavad, Malesh, and that's about it. I'm gonna talk to Palavad, Malesh, and who the fuck are you then? Oh, you're just here? You're not actually interesting? I guess you are like the least detailed NPC we've seen for several thousands of miles, so let's start with this guy.
Redmaw defeated Tarkus. He was such a good hunter, but Redmaw is a beast of a Thunderjaw.
What the fuck was Tarkus? Was he a guy? Oh yeah, Tarkus was a hunter, okay.
Go bother the other sludges and leave me alone.
Sludges? Jesus Christ. Yeah, half the Kadra are still just absolute dirtbags, huh? Ugh. Imagine actually supporting the genocide boy, the old king. Wait a minute! You're all sort of wearing like the same gear, like the headpiece, the weird ass robotic, like cybernetics that probably don't do anything cybery. They're sort of wearing the same things that the bandit hunter seems to wear, which intrigues me. Do you have anything to say? Yeah, fine, whatever, I'll be leaving then. There's gotta be someone, no? I can't even seem to open this. Let's go all the way back down here. Oh no, that took a whole 5 seconds. What am I gonna do? What's this? Oh, record of Redmaw. I guess that's gonna be the dude I have to kill. Something like that. Because it's killing all the other hunters? I don't know. The record of Redmaw. Once again, feel free to skip this if reading isn't your thing. By inquiring Jan Dinaman, historian in residence at the Hunter's Lodge. It is well known that facts recede into fictions, they become memories, and fresh facts themselves are ephemeral among the rumors and legends of the South. This is especially true in the case of Redmaw, that most terrible of Thunderjaws, a machine which is nothing if not legendary. Few who have laid eyes upon it have survived. And among them even fewer can be trusted not to embellish their tales. All that said, here I have endeavored to truthfully chronicle all the calamities attributed to the beast, and all the expeditions meant to end such calamities once and for all. None have succeeded. As of this writing, the terror of the South still roams free, scarred perhaps, but deadly as the day the sun first shone upon its armored hide. In the early spring of the 18th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, a freehold was destroyed near the hands of the flood. 9 bodies were recovered, 8 riddled with cannon rounds, 1 flattened nearly completely. No witnesses survived. Though never proven, this is widely thought to be the Redmaw's first attack. Now, one thing I'm gonna say, it's not necessarily been fucked with yet, but didn't the Thunderjaws just show up, or is that just that far in the south? It seems like Thunderjaws were one of the most modern machines, like they came after the Sawtooths especially, and then the Ravagers and all the new ones, and the Snapmaw. They seem to be a very, 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 very new creature, so for it to have shown up during the reign of Jiran seems very weird to me. But like I said, it's not necessarily proven, so kind of makes sense. In the late spring of the 18th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 4 hunters set out from Sunstone Rock to track the machine or machines responsible for the destruction of the freehold. None returned. Their bodies were subsequently found in the south, 3 blasted, 1 stomped. Never proven, but thought to be Redmaw's work. In the early summer of the 18th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, an expedition of 6 mercenaries set out from the Meridian to track the machine or machines responsible for the losses described above. 1 returned, ribs crushed, clavicle fractured. He spoke of a Thunderjaw which split a man in half with a single bite. This is the first confirmed sighting of the legendary machine, and the one which gave it a name. In the late summer of the same year, blah 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 blah, an expedition of 8 set from Meridian to track Redmaw. None returned. 6 bodies were found near Blackwing Snag. 1 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 eviscerated, 1 swallowed his own tongue, evidently in a spasm of terror, suffocating. In the autumn of the same year, blah 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 blah, Sun King Jiran commanded the Hunter's Lodge to send an expedition south in pursuit of Redmaw. After numerous logistical delays, 3 hawks and their thrushes set out in winter. Only 1 pair returned, reporting the deaths of the others. 2 blasted, 1 stomped, 1 decapitated. The survivors were sacrificed for cowardice. 1 gutted by a sawtooth, the other skewered by kestrels. After this setback, members of the lodge grew wary of pursuing the legendary Thunderjaw. Only the proudest hawks even considered it. Aspirants to the lodge, however, foolish in their ambition, eagerly took part in the subsequent hunts. In the summer of the 19th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, the destruction of a caravan south of the Spurflints, 3 blasted, 2 stomped, 1 immolated, reignited interest in the Redmaw, or in Redmaw. 3 expeditions totaling 15 mercenaries went after the machine, with only 3 survivors. 9 blasted, 3 stomped, 2 eviscerated, and 1 liquefied. If it was fucking liquefied, how can you even tell it was him? Might have been yet more blood and goo and grease from all the other goddamn corpses. In the early spring of the 20th year of the reign of the Sun King, Jiran, a cohort of 12 soldiers headed from the Rain Gathers to the Alight. What the fuck? Headed from the Rain Gathers to the Alight were set upon by the bees. Okay, that makes sense. Only 1 survived. 1 blasted, 1 stomped, 10 crushed when their fleeing footsteps triggered an avalanche. In the late spring of the 20th year, blah 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 blah, 3 cohorts totaling 34 men went in search of Redmaw. Alas, they were ambushed by stalkers, and only 4 survived. 24 sniped, 6 exploded. Understandably, this ended pursuit of Redmaw for some time. It almost sounds like he's got himself a little protective army. Are the machines smart enough to do that? Do they kind of have a leader right now? Or are they just clever enough to sort of move around in packs and stay around very, 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 very powerful machines? Or maybe it was just luck that they happened to be there, or severely unluckiness for the hunters. In the summer of the first year of the reign of Sun King Avad. Oh right, okay, new king. A group of 6 Oseram traders were attacked by the beast. 1 blasted, 3 stomped, 1 spit into a ravine. The lone survivor petitioned Captain Esra to send the vanguard after the monster, but the request was denied. However, 3 additional expeditions comprised of mercenaries and hunters aspiring to the lodge were subsequently commissioned. Autumn, 7 men, blah 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 blah. Winter, 9 men, blah blah blah. Spring, 11 men. 2 survivors. The last known sighting of Redmaw occurred in the spring of the 3rd year of the reign of Sun King Avad. Tarkus, Hawk of the Lodge, got word of a sighting near Thunderhead, and set off to take the beast on his own. His thrush, Talana, arrived at the scene too late, just as Tarkus was dying of his wounds. Multiple perforations. Talana testified that as Redmaw lumbered off through the trees, she could see the spear of her mentor embedded in his hide. I get the feeling that Talana, because obviously she will have become Hawk, right, since her mentor died? I get the feeling that she is going to be the one we become the thrush of. We will be her own personal yeast infection, and there is nothing she can do about that. Is that terrifying? Is that disturbing? Why, yes. Yes, it is. Hello, Assis.
The machine rider graces us with her presence. You're a Nora, are you not? A fighter from the savage lands.
The sacred land, but yes. I fought for everything I got.
I don't have a whole lot, though.
Do the Nora often wander into other people's homes and do whatever they like?
I also found a magic triangle that gave me superpowers, so I don't really fight for everything.
What you're doing right now. Stinking up our lodge, pestering your betters.
I fell into a hole to get everything I got, pretty much.
Legan said I had to meet you to become a member.
That would be true if there were any chance of you becoming a member. But you're a savage. And no savage will rise in the ranks of the Hunter's Lodge while I am the Sun Hawk. Now be gone.
No. I was led to believe there are rules here. If they count for nothing, then even your position is meaningless. So quit blustering and tell me. Is there a Hawk who is free to sponsor me?
Very well. Talane.
Yay! I was right.
Wouldn't that be fitting? Trash sponsoring trash. Now get out of my sight.
Gladly. I'll go find my fellow trash. What a nice guy. I didn't mean to do that. Fuck.
Get out of my presence and stay below with the sludges.
Aw, I've been demoted from trash to sludge. Oh well, I guess I deserved it. What have we got over here? Where the fuck is Talana? And what the fuck is that? A legendary hunt? I've been done so much fucking reading. Ah. Is it this? Message for Olin? No, we've seen that. Scan glyphs? Here it is. Ah, it's long. Alright, fine. This is the last one I'll be reading for a while. I'm hoping it's the last one in the area, but I'm almost done with reading once again. If you want to skip over this, please do feel free. Legendary Hunts of the Lodge. That isn't to say I don't enjoy learning about the world, but I am conscious that it doesn't make for an amazing fucking video if 90% of it is words. In the summer of the 4th year of the reign of the Sun King Mazid. Ooh, I guess that's one who came before Jiran, but we don't really know. Maybe not, because then there's Hivas, just shitloads of ones we don't know about. Did Farukawas, Sunhawk of the Lodge, behold a herd of grazers so fast that it filled the entire vale below the far back. His bow was a harp that day, strumming the melody of the hunt from noon to twilight. After, one could not walk a single step across the glen without tripping on an antler of the fallen. It took all 7 hawks and all 7 thrushes to gather the trophies, and with the bounty from their barter, the last wing of the lodge was raised. In the winter of the 7th year of the reign of the Sun King Havas, did Darusif, Hawk of the Lodge, stalk a herd of tramplers from Sandwhisper Valley to the foothills of the Pale Reach. Bombs from his sling fell as hailstones, freezing his prey in the waters of the ford. While the others stood, statues in ice, Hivas set upon the largest, driving his spear between its plates, and taking his trophy before the rest could even stir. In the spring of the 3rd year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, why were you not... Okay, they were talking like that for the others. As the machines of the wilds grew ever more deranged, did Kuvam, Hawk of the Lodge, answer the call from the prefect at Daytower to slay the mysterious creature who ripped his best cohort limb from limb. 4 days and 4 nights he tracked this quarry through the savage east before the brute was revealed. Strong as a snapjaw, fast as a strider. From twilight to midnight, they really like that phrase, the battle raged, but Kuvam prevailed at great cost, his left arm chewed and ragged at the joint. Thus he named the beast Sawtooth, and as he took his trophy from the shattered remains. In the autumn of the 8th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, as the machines of the wilds grew ever more deranged, did Galadid, Hawk of the Lodge, follow the shimmering death haunting the southern freeholds into the jungles of the Jewel. Under that tangled canopy, the hunter became the hunted, glimpsing in the shadows more of the eerie lights. What the fuck does that mean? The shadows more? Oh, glimpsing in the shadows more of the eerie lights. Why do you have to talk like that? Don't throw medieval language at me in the fucking future apocalypse, whatever the fuck's going on. Medieval language is fucking hard. Alright, till he was surrounded by machines he named stalkers. Long was his flight through the undergrowth to the safety of the Alite, but along the way he turned his bow to his pursuers, and became the first to snare a trophy from that which walks in glinting shadow. What is that? What is shimmering death? So he flew, right? So... Stalkers... flight through the undergrowth? So what, did he just run away? He killed like 1 stalker and that was about it. That's a legendary hunt. This guy sucks. It was only the first to do it is because they only showed up around that time. Like, it's not a huge fucking achievement. In the summer of the 13th year of the reign of Sun King Jiran, as the machines of the wilds grew ever more deranged, did Assis, Hawk of the Lodge, oh dear, dare to tread the path of broken trees, following the wake of the terrible thing that laid waste to the freehold of morning light. And so he was the first to face the might of the Thunderjaw, greatest of machines that walked the earth. With spear, Bomb and arrow! Brave Assis fought to no avail, and only triumphed by turning the Terror's own cannons against it. Carcass of the beast now hangs in the lodge for all to see, so enshrined is its fall turned hawk to Sunhawk. But where, what, this is it? It looks so tiny in comparison to all the other Thunderjaws we came across. I mean, I guess I don't normally... Okay, thought I was falling to my death. That is not a good way to make a first impression, but whatever. Are they down here? Is this where I need to go? There's also that new quest, but I want to talk to Talana. Oh, and it is you. I thought you were, I didn't think you really existed. I thought you were a regular-ass NPC. I literally said you were the most mundane-looking NPC we've ran into for a very long time, and I still agree with that.
Said you were a hawk without a fledgling to sponsor. Or are you trying to drive me off too? It's okay, I've dealt with worse.
I'll bet you have. But you're wrong. It's not okay. Especially not today.
Today? What's going on today?
What happened today?
One of our own just died fighting Red Maw. You'll never face a more dangerous Thunderjaw. Cuts through trees, rocks, people.
Oh, you know, like every fucking Thunderjaw?
It's part of the hunt.
Tell me about the guy at the door.
Who is this Legan, the man at the door?
Legan? He's a hawk.
Oh.
He had an impressive run in his day, but he doesn't fight anymore. He supports the lodge in other ways.
Yet he's still allowed to be a hawk? That seems kind of fucking stupid.
All of his kills and drink the bar dry.
Okay, sure, whatever. Tell me about Assis, that utter fucking bastard.
Assis. What's his story?
He's the Sunhawk of the lodge. The highest ranking asshole... member. He's taken down Ravagers, Stalkers, Behemoths.
So asshole wasn't bad enough, so you ended up calling him a member? You monster.
Even brought down 2 Stormbirds. But he's a hawk who brought in the trophies first. That's how it works.
Wait, you brought down 2 Stormbirds? I was too terrified to even try.
Becomes a Sunhawk.
Alright, well I'm bringing down Redmaw, obviously. Or maybe I should help her do it. That seems like the nicest thing to do instead of immediately advancing above her. I thought only hawks could become sunhawks, not... Can I be a sun thrush? A very, very fiery yeast infection? The yeast will rise extra fast today.
How does one become a hawk?
You
When
already
a hawk
read this,
dies,
you idiot.
His thrush is promoted in his place, no matter how anyone feels about it.
The yeast takes form of a
Is
human.
there any actual hunting in this lodge? So far, it's been all talk.
Look right
Yes, of
above you,
course.
you moron.
You fight a machine, then bring its trophy to Assis the Sunhawk, then no one can deny you brought it down.
She's far too, like, she's straight up insulting some of Kaja's best fucking fighters, and she's meant to be befriending and allying with the Kaja. I don't understand. Like, this is not a good way to become a thrush, you idiot. Follow their customs for 5 minutes. Stop assuming everyone is against you just because Assis is. Sorry, I'm not a fan of Aloy. Time to get started.
I'm ready to hunt, so tell me, what do I have to do?
You want them to regret looking down on you? Then speak to them in their language. Kill 3 Sawtooths, 2 Ravagers, and a Stalker. Deliver their trophies directly to Assis. That should shut them all up.
So if I do that, you'll sponsor me.
I'll consider it. Just to make Assis spoil.
Do I not already have all of that? Or do I have to do it, like, a new amount of bullshit? Of course. I guess trophies don't necessarily count as, like, lenses or anything. It has to be something specific, which is incredibly fucking annoying. But oh well, especially since how far away literally every single aspect of this quest is from me. Whatever, fine. All we need to do now is pick up this side quest, and is it the one that I just was not able to find ever? No, because it's right fucking here.
Renora, I'm the mournful Naman.
I knew I was gonna find you eventually.
Like this,
Like this.
in grief, you hold yours close, like a talisman. Wait, forgive me. You didn't come for reparations? Someone you lost to the Sun Ring?
No. I know about the Red Raids, but the Karja owe me nothing.
I see. Well, I could use the help of a strong-willed outlander. Then I would owe you very much indeed.
Did a reader ask me to help you,
These
or I'll
people
bring
seek
you
to
back
honor
to
the
the
gods.
light of the
They're
sun?
lost
What's
with
going
their own
on?
voices, not mouthing Karja rituals to Karja stone. But there are obstacles. And while Meridian holds its breath for any disturbance, these robes only tie my hands.
Okay, tell me about these obstacles.
What kind of obstacles?
The first pilgrim is an Oseram, who seeks to visit the Shrine of Kings on the road to the city. He waits there now, forbidden to enter by an old sun priest who suffer no heathen. This Utaru lost her companion on the edge of the jewel, at a pool where snap moths gather. The shrine was built
my
there to ward
favorite.
off the machines, and its effectiveness leaves much to be desired. And the Manuk would paint a mark on the sun's climb, a call to the machine spirits, I understand. They need no beckoning. Glint hawks perch there, drawn to the spires shining.
So, clear the machines out of two shrines and move a priest out of the other.
All I can ask for is your
But-
charity and that their stories are heard.
Wait, you want a Banuk guy to go and deface your sun religion monument? Am I misunderstanding that? Because, honestly, I understand why the vast majority of sun priests do not really want that to happen. That is like just graffitiing a church, a synagogue, anything else, you know? Like, that I get it. This isn't progressive. This isn't... That's just allowing... I don't get it. This weird mission. Weird mission. Hello, rituals.
Rituals and prayers can't bring back those who are lost.
No, but it can help those who grieve to find themselves. It can lend them strength and hope, like a new sunrise.
Why ask an Outlander for
I
help?
didn't think your priesthood would ask outsiders for help.
If only the sun would set on our pride. Until this is done, I am no sun priest. To wear a red robe was an aspiration. I aspired. Now our hoods make us blind. We whisper reconciliation, but forget how the old king's priests sang the words and blessed the killing.
The killing? You mean the Red Raids?
Yes. And the sacrifices that came after.
Why did
So
the
maybe
priests
lay
go
down
on
your
with all
stupid
that
goddamn
bloodshed?
priesthood and do something actually
Sometimes
useful?
we Karja are more concerned with what is tradition than what is right.
Even you are, while
Neither
preaching
Karja
this shit.
nor I seem
Like,
different.
tell me about these new sun
You're
priests.
disappointed with the Sun Priests, but you still wanted to be one?
I spent my whole life looking up to the temple. My brother's voice echoing in its arches. Even he couldn't turn me away, and how he tried. In the end. He said, when we were loved, our robes were dyed in cinnabar. Now they are stained in blood.
How so?
Cinnabar sounds
Our
delicious.
robes are handed down to us. Most of the old priests fled rather than be seen in the glare of a new sun. And so we are left to wear their sins. For me, at least, they hang heavy.
Tell me about your
Where
brother.
is your brother now?
He
Little
waits for me
obvious,
on the
isn't it,
trail of the
Aloy?
sun, I hope. He spoke out against the sacrifices. For a priest to question the Sun King's will, his punishment was worst of all.
You lost someone you loved too. I'm sorry.
No, not lost. When I took on these robes, I found his memory.
It's an actually interesting mission, at least. Like, they're going in depth for a side mission for once, and I have missed that. It seems like that was just not really a thing early on in the game. But now that we have reached Meridian, I'm getting side missions that I'm very, very invested in. I like this. Even though I think it's really, really weird that we're
To
just
honor us all.
allowing that Banuk dude to just deface a sun monument when, I mean, I don't know, dude, deface your own fucking monuments, you know? Like, I'm sure you've got your own statues and everything. It just seems very, very weird that they all want to come here. Like, it's sort of like the New World equivalent of just, I don't know. I'll explain in a second. My brain is not functioning very well. It is big warm. 7 articles of the Sun Faith. Oh, but you're so large. God damn it. All right, fine. Over all the world rises and sets the great sun, as is plainly seen to all plants, animals, Machines and men it gives life, as is plainly seen. Of all the tribes, none have scaled such heights as the Kaja, as guided by the sun. Witnessing these things to be true each day, celebrating these things each day, we believe in the sun and its light gladly, and without question. I love the little touch they capitalize the L in light, like you would capitalize like a holy figure. That's very fucking cool. Only the sun's rightful heir, born of the radiant line that dates back to Ahriman, the founder, is the speaker for the sun. Then again, they have just capitalized the S in speaker, so I'm starting to think it's just a weird fucking quirk of this game. To him, the sun's desires are revealed, and from his lips, its desires are acted upon by men. He shall be known as the Sun King, and his word shall be law. In all things, we accept the sun's judgment. We offered our bared skin, so it might burn our sins away. We partake of its renewal. We wear its heat for a time, as our skin bears its flush, its bronzed armor. We are made strong. In the crackling and peeling away of our old selves, we are made new, and now made of mostly cancer. What the fuck are you all doing? So is it like a mark of disrespect, or like a mark of, hey, this dude doesn't deserve to be noble, this dude deserves to be mocked forever if you're just pale, like if you're a pasty little dude like me? I don't think I do too well in the Kaja. I fucking despise everything sun, everything warm orb. In the sun's light, we shall speak only in truth. We shall strike only in righteousness, and we shall act as we believe the sun so tasks us. When the shadow falls across us, we shall always remember our illumination. We shall not cast blame for ill fortune. We shall endure. In the coldness of the moon, we accept there will be stillness, and death, and endings, until dawn comes once more. We do this because there are two halves of nature, sun and shadow. And to deny one is to deny the whole of things. As a twilight came before us, ending the world of the ancients, so shall a twilight time come again. For this is the cycle of things. The buried shadow shall rise up to eclipse the sun's light and usher in a great and terrible change. Even knowing this, we are steadfast in our beliefs, and trust the sun will again bring a new dawn, as it did for our founders so long ago. Holy Meridian shall forever be the seat of the Kaja, the city of the sun, and the spire venerated as the mark of its founding. A Sun King born of the radiant line shall always sit upon this throne, for without a speaker for the sun, its will is clouded. For either of these to be denied is to invite a twilight time upon us. Clearly, the Kaja are the children of the sun, the preeminent in its gaze. But so too does its light touch upon the barbarian tribes of the north, east, and south. It's the speaker. Wait, what? It is the speaker for the sun's duty to interpret if the sun's gaze is directed in approval or reproach. So determined is the duty of the Kaja to carry out the sun's will, even in places where the light does not reach. So yeah, they really think they're above everybody else and that they're the only ones enlightened and that their way of life must be imposed upon everyone else, and everyone who doesn't agree needs to be slaughtered or permanently, like, re-educated. It's just the Crusades, basically, in old school prehistoric sun worshipper form, except these fucking prehistoric sun worshippers found a Glock. Alright, fine. Let's get the fuck out of here, shall we? Oh yeah, I forgot we were around all this beautiful fucking ritualistic music. Gather a snap mullet. There's one over here? Interesting. Alright, well I'm now going to teleport back down to here because I cannot be bothered to do the elevator thing again, because the elevator took fucking decades. Why am I trapped in my focus? There we go. Is there anything else we can do here? Because I find this village really, really fucking interesting. And how it's not really like a slum, But it's definitely like the lower, it's for the lower class in Meridian. Apparently the lower class translates to any fucking outsiders. But it's better than outsiders being murderized or sacrificed on sight, right? I would quite like to keep the vast majority of blood within my body. If that's okay with you, sun priests. Or, you know, the fucking sun in general. Yeah, I'm watching you. Yeah, I'm melting my eyes because of you. Let's go. Oh man, this looks good. The water in this game is kind of like disappointing for the most part, because I'm absolutely in love with water graphics and water physics, as you know. But yeah, when the sun is reflecting on it in just the prettiest of ways, it's still perfection. Ah, I live for water graphics. Okay, sure. You absolute filth. You went to like do diplomacy with this giant fucking superpower off in the south or west or wherever the fuck we are, and you stank like shit the entire time. You didn't even wash the blood off. Can you have done that off camera? Whatever. Let's make our way down to the watermill and see what they got for us. What am I doing here again? I'm just looking at poor people, right? And then feeling bad for them. What an amazing mission this is! Although I don't really see anyone. There is no one to feel bad for right here. Except this one guy? This one guy I can't listen to whatsoever. Can I listen to this guy, though? No, I can't. I can't speak across the table, like would be fucking normal and cool. I have to go right up in his face. I have to intimidate him. I have to make everyone as uncomfortable as possible. Because that's how Aloy rolls. Hello, Kindeef.
I was told to expect you, Aloy. I suppose you want answers. Well, it's not complicated. We collect valuable objects from people who don't need them, sell them for shards, and use the money to help the needy at Sunfall.
And apparently, very, very unpleasant hair dye. Gross. Why do you look like that? Collect valuable objects, huh?
You mean you steal?
If you want to call it that. From hogs.
Says the outcast, like, come on.
Generations.
Ravon didn't seem like a hog to me.
He stinks just like the rest of them, of wealth and contentment, while people beneath him suffer.
There are rich people who definitely deserve it. Rich people who flex their wealth with no regard of people like you. But this guy, he genuinely just wants to help out someone else in need. That person in need might also be pretty damn rich in his nephew, but fucking hell, that dude is going through hell. You did not have to steal from him. If you I guess there's no way to just listen to his story or anything without getting fucking, oh, I don't know, caught and thrown in jail for all time and probably executed because this is the apocalypse and the apocalypse is gross. But, I don't know, man. Pick your targets better. That guy was sort of maybe kind of alright. The needy at Sunfall,
Who exactly gets the shards at Sunfall?
Not the bastards in the fortress. We use the shards to make sure the poor in Shadowside get to eat, or bandage their wounds.
Ooh, cool name,
They
though.
only went west because they had to. Trust me, I know. My wife was chained up with a bunch of servants and herded with them.
You look like 20.
Starved to
Why are
death,
you married,
still
you
bound
poor
together.
bastard?
I'm sorry.
So am I.
Well, I guess he's not married anymore, at least, so that's a plus.
Where's the
Sword.
now?
Safe. I haven't sold it yet.
So, the fuck do we do now? Is that up to me?
What do you expect me to do now? Walk away?
I was hoping you'd help us. They say you can track like a stalker. Well, my partner Nassan disappeared near the branded shore. He was bound for Sunfall, along with an entire shipment of food. If you found that, you'd be helping a lot of people.
I'll consider it. But only if you return the sword to Ravon.
I knew you were gonna say that. Fine, I'll return the damn blade.
Won't
Nassan
you
was
get
supposed to meet
executed
his
on
contact
sight?
at an old
Don't
campfire
you want me
on
to
the fort
return
near
it?
the branded shore. Start looking there. But be careful. Lots of machines out there, and lots of Shadow Karja. And not the needy kind, but they're tormentors.
The Shadow cards are different from the Mesa. What does Mesa actually mean? Does Mesa mean Shadow? Hey Siri. Hey Siri. Define Mesa. An isolated, flat-topped hill with steep sides. Yeah, I don't think that's anything to do with a shadow, huh? Okay, well that's very disappointing. What do we got over here? Stalker. Random. Snapjaw. Lake Shrine. I don't even remember what that is. Hunting for the lodge. Oh god, there's so much I need to do now. No main quest will ever fucking happen under my watch. The Sun's Climb? Oh yeah, okay, this is for all the, this is so the priest gets back on track or whatever the fuck. Stalker Trophy. I think we'll go to the Ranaman family estate. Because, I don't know, that seemed like an important one, right? Didn't everyone just get absolutely obliterated over there? Should probably not let any more people get absolutely obliterated. Especially not Ramanan. He seemed alright from what I remember. Do I have a friend? Or have I accidentally killed myself, therefore forfeiting said friend? Oh, I have 3 full health elixirs. Nice, okay, I'm a powerful boy for once. You know what I need? Constantly, I need distraction. Distraction is by far what I use the most. I just wish I had myself a mount. I know I had a mount coming into the city as well. He's just disappeared after that tiny little amount of time. That is not tiny at all. To be fair, an hour and a half of it was spent in pause menu because live stream, but still.